Hey everybody, it's me. It's kind of late. I went after I did my video last night and I said that I wasn't going to go to anything for Martin Luther King's birthday. I got a call today that I needed to go to this event. I'm vice president of this organization and one of the board members couldn't make it. And after I did all that talk about not going and not wanting to go, I'm in my bathrobe, by the way. I had to go anyway. So, oh my God. Anyway, it was the same thing, basically, oops, hold on. Basically the same people, getting the same awards for things that, Martin Luther King means a lot to me, but I don't understand what criteria people are using for honoring these people for Martin Luther King. They get paid to do this stuff, or either they're elected to do it. Martin Luther King wasn't elected, and he was an activist and a humanitarian. Most of the people who are being awarded probably have not done very much in the communities that they live in, or really made a difference prior to doing anything. And sometimes they just do the very bare minimum, but they always like getting pat on the back and accolades, and that's not what Dr. King was about. In fact, he had gotten a $54,000 check one time, and he used it for the civil rights, for the movement of the civil rights, to try to help other people. I don't think any of these people would ever do anything like that, but I went there and I sat and I listened. Mostly they talked about themselves, and how they became the first this, and and all this other stuff. It was just, to me, it's very disrespectful, and I think that honestly some of them should be ashamed of themselves. But the truth is that the people drink the Kool-Aid. They really do. People are making a really big to-do about it. I guess they become celebrities, and that's what people need. People need to be appreciated. I get it. But some of these people are totally different behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, they're not those nice people that you see up there in front of everybody with their best behavior. You know what it reminds me of? It's like a relationship. You meet somebody, they're on their best behavior, they're wonderful, they're smiling, they're so nice. 3 months later, forget about it. You start to peel off all those layers of who that person really is. And unless you've actually worked with the people, or know people who've worked with these people, the words all sound wonderful, and it's the same circle of people that are just patting each other on the back. The rest of this people who are just like, I hate to say it, but they're kissing butt. I even made a comment. I said, oh my God, so many people are going to be leaving here with brown lips tonight. It's like, it's just interesting. It's interesting and it's sad, but people want, again, to be hobnobbing with these people. I went because, I was asked to do it as a favor. I was planning on staying home and just finishing up my stuff, and I live my life to try to do those things. Martin Luther King, again, the speaker was very good. His name was Michael Smith. I think he's from Pennsylvania. Anyway, he did talk about the other side of Martin Luther King, which is he was radical, very radical. People, usually talk about, oh, the civil rights, he was pretty radical. There were people who didn't like him, even though he got the Nobel Peace Prize when he was 34, but there was a lot of people that he ticked off, like the President of the United States, because he wanted peace, and not the Vietnam War. So the president was upset with him. The union leaders were upset with him. Media people were upset with him, But the good thing about it, he stood up for what he believed in. And that's the Martin Luther King that I love. That's the Martin Luther King that I like. And I also enjoy the unity part, and the fact that he put his life on the line. The people that are being honored would never put their lives on the line. The only line that they want is money to line their pockets with. I'm sorry, but I just have to say it. But then again, what do I know? Um, again, it was good to see quite a few people were there that I hadn't seen in quite some time. And it was good to see them. It's always good to see people who have been so warm and so welcoming and so supporting. So I'm kind of glad that I went, but again, it's the same old, same old. The food wasn't that fantastic. They had beef and they had chicken, but they flopped the beef on top of the chicken or vice versa with a pile of mashed potatoes and some string beans. But for the money that you pay for some of these things, can't we just honor Dr. Martin Luther King? And can't we just have people come together for that and maybe give some kind of scholarship or something? And, for students, we need to get sports and art and music back into the schools, back into the public schools. Without it, are you kidding me? You don't understand. I played basketball, I played soccer, I played baseball, I played every sport that there was. I ran boys track, the long jump, the hurdles, and the 440. Are you kidding me? I mean, that's why I'm able to hold together at 100 years old. But anyway, Dr. Martin Luther King, he died at 39. He was assassinated because there's so much evil. People just don't seem to understand. But we have so many things that we have that are in common than we have that are different. And I hope to one day be able to show more people that. Anyway, good night. I just had to tell you guys that I ended up going to a Martin Luther King dinner anyway, and it was just as I thought it would be. The same people patting each other on the back, the same people doing the same thing. It's hilarious, but it's kind of sad and pathetic at the same time. I don't know. Maybe one day we'll wake up. But again, and it was very churchy. So, he was Dr. Reverend Martin Luther King, but it was very churchy. And sometimes I think that it shouldn't be Baptist churchy. It should be for everyone, We have Jews in the audience. We have, Muslims. We have, there's everybody who looks at Martin Luther King. And, I get it, and we all love the Lord. All of us, who have a relationship with, a personal relationship with him. I don't think it's right to just kind of shove that down everybody else's throat who paid for a ticket and attended. But then that's just me. What do I know? I think people are important, and it's very important to take everybody's, faiths and non-faiths, if you will. I don't know how they do that, how they can go without that, but people do. And, whatever works for people. But let's just stay focused on Dr. Martin Luther King and the things that he did. I'm just saying, Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. I got to go to bed, okay? Hope you guys had a wonderful day. We'll be talking about Black history and everything else later on in February. So, peace, love, and Hamidi grits. I'm just saying. Love you much. Bye now.